Money's the motivation, money's the conversation. You on vacation.
So today the College Football Committee gave us our final 4 teams for the college football playoffs. So KB and I are going to talk about what we think about the Final Four and the games that went down yesterday. So KB, what'd you think of what happened yesterday?
I mean, all right. Well, yesterday there were some good games.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first
Crazy games.
First, Oklahoma TCU. Oklahoma just proved to me that this is the best offense in the country, hands down.
Not even a question.
Who's stopping them? It's going to be very hard for any team to stop.
No team has been able to, except Iowa State. I mean,
that was still a shootout, though.
Yeah, and it's a Big 12.
Put up like 34 points.
Yeah,
so.
Conference game. It happens. Anyone can win on any given week. But I agree, Oklahoma. But
yeah, Baker's Heisman for sure. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if they get shut out. He's for sure the Heisman. Like you said, their only loss was to Iowa State. They had very good wins this year.
Yeah,
against Ohio State on the road.
Yeah.
And they won handily that game. Oklahoma State, they obviously beat TCU twice, and they beat West Virginia earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
And
they were ranked at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're the Big 12 champions.
Mm-hmm.
And they ended up being the 2 seed in the playoff for college football, which is where we both said they were going to be.
Yeah, they should be.
So this is a well-deserving team.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this could be a team that actually wins the national championship this year. Their defense is getting a lot better, too.
Oh,
week by week.
Yes, and players are showing up. And the play of the game. And this was early in the game. But this is when, honestly, I knew that it was going to be that type of game for the rest of the way. Kelly on Oklahoma picked up they stripped forced TCU's running back forced fumble after they had just made a field goal, and then forced fumble. Kelly picks it up, takes it to the house.
Yeah.
That just
10-0 right off the bat.
Exactly. Going into the game, I had Oklahoma winning anyway without much of a contest by TCU. So obviously, Oklahoma did it on winning, but they didn't just win. Hill and TCU were uncomfortable all game.
Yes.
We were talking about this earlier. I think this Oklahoma's offensive line, they're not. Don't get me wrong, they're not like the greatest offensive line in college football, but they're good. They're good. Plus, Mayfield's ability to improvise. Yeah, he can get out, make his.
That's why
magic.
This team is so good because it starts on that front 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus,
they have the whole skill. People all the attention's around Baker, but they have so many skill players too that don't get their attention. They were talking about his name yesterday. His name's Marquise Brown, but they call him Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood.
He's a JUCO transfer, but he has burners.
Okay, well, if your nickname's Hollywood,
yeah,
for real.
He showed out. He had 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Rodney Anderson, the running back, is another huge factor in there. He just makes the game balanced for him.
Yeah,
which keeps the defense on their heels.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Andrews, in my opinion, and I think it could be consensus that he's the best tight end in the country.
I think he's the best too.
Yeah, it speaks for itself. His place, and he's a great character too. Yeah. Honestly, Lincoln Riley's doing a great job, but it all goes back to Mayfield. They had that link, because they started when Mayfield's first year at Oklahoma, it was Riley's too, but. Like you said, he secured that Heisman bag yesterday, dude.
For sure.
He's been a candidate every year since he's been at Oklahoma. 71.4% completion percentage this season.
Yeah.
37-5 touchdown interception ratio. This guy does not lose. To me, TCU decided their own fate in that game when that play was 4th and inches. There was 11:09 left in the third quarter. That's a lot of time, right? But you say that's a lot of time left, but
that is a lot of time. But you think of
the decision they made
with Oklahoma's offense, though.
Yeah, no one's stopping it
in the playoffs. I'm sorry, but if I'm well, they play Georgia the first round. I'm shitting my pants if I'm Georgia.
Yeah.
Because they have so many weapons on that team, and I just don't know how a defense can stop that team.
It's like you can try, but like at the end of the day, no one's going to.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go into a shootout with Oklahoma, be my guest.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna beat them if you're trying to beat them by scoring more points.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta contain them. Have a nice time trying. Yeah, that was a huge statement, not just by Mayfield, but that whole Oklahoma team. Yeah.
Then second game, big surprise for both of us actually. Georgia beating Auburn.
Yeah.
Handily too.
I mean, it was because Auburn scored first, but then after that,
it was all
what
Georgia.
happened?
It was all Georgia. I told you this last week. Kerryon Johnson, Auburn's running back was not 100%, and it showed because without him, that offense isn't the same. I told you that last week. I told you if he's not there or if he's still banged up, that's a big factor, and it showed.
Especially against this Georgia team,
yes,
who coaching all three phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams, are sound, technically sound. And because when they played earlier in the season, I remember I said that Georgia was going to beat Auburn, but that didn't end up happening. But this is what I thought was going to happen,
right? Which
is what I guess should have happened the first time. But I mean, it's a conference game.
Yeah,
anything can happen. But a huge statement by Georgia, honestly. And
I'll say one thing: Georgia has 3 legit running backs: Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, and DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
He took that 64-yard touchdown to the house. I mean, oh my God!
It wasn't even his speed that blew my mind. It was like his agility.
Yeah,
you know, like
it was like out of nowhere too.
That's what I'm saying. Like it. Instantly, I was like, wait, he's gone.
Yeah.
In that
so that's very tough.
Yeah.
So with that win, that secures them the 3 spot in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Obviously, first round, like we said, they'll be facing Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma's just going to roll. I think they're going to roll. The only way Georgia has
roll through Georgia or roll in general?
Roll through Georgia.
Okay.
The only way Georgia has a chance is if their defense can hang on to Oklahoma, and I don't think they can. I
agree.
Georgia's a very good team.
Yeah.
But I don't see that defense hanging with that offense.
Yeah.
And honestly, in the top 4, this could be the weakest team out of the 4, to be completely honest. Because they're definitely not better than Clemson. They're definitely not better than Oklahoma. And, Alabama should not be in there, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
But yeah.
But, I mean, Alabama was the number 1 team in the country for the whole season for a reason.
Yeah.
So, and then the next game, Clemson-Miami. My Clemson boys, they proved you wrong. I told you, Clemson is the most dominant team, offensively, defensively, and special teams-wise in the country, and they showed it last night when they rolled over Miami. That game was over in the first quarter.
I thought Miami had a chance of winning this game. I thought it was going to be a close game coming into it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't score at all until a field goal in the fourth quarter.
Just garbage points.
Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you, Clemson's D is for real. We talked about Oklahoma's offense being no one can stop them. I think Clemson can. I don't think Clemson will stop them. I think Clemson has a very good chance of slowing that defense or that offense down.
They have a chance, and they have the best chance, I think, out of any team in the play. Well, I mean, you have Bama.
I think Clemson's is better than Alabama.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying they'd still be a factor.
Yeah,
but that was just a disappointing game. I don't even want to talk about it.
It was, but with that game being a blowout, it gave us some time to watch another game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ohio State, Wisconsin,
which was way more interesting to me, honestly. Early, early on, like it was back and forth the whole game.
Yeah, it was.
The whole game it was back and forth. But I mean, Ohio State to me looked like they were the better team in that game, and it showed in the end. Obviously with them winning 27-21.
JT Barrett had surgery on last week.
Yeah, and the thing is, so he was. I mean, he had a decent game, but like
for a guy that come off surgery, I think he had a great game.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, 100%. But he was 1 for 9 on.
Yeah, I saw that.
Deep balls, or not even deep.
15
medium,
plus.
Intermediate to deep balls. Like 15 plus yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it was him. It was mostly their defense was dominant that game.
Right.
Hornibrook. Hornibrook. I always call him Hornibrook. He looked. Bosa was putting so much pressure on him all night.
That defensive line.
Yes,
Bosa balled out.
Yeah, their whole defense balled out that night. Their secondary, their coverage was great the whole time. Yeah. And then when it was but they still had a chance at the end of the game.
Yeah, they
and
did.
Then they were making bad passes and then kick to end it. It sealed their fate.
It's just. I tried telling you this. It's the same story with Wisconsin every year. They do so well in the regular season because they don't play anyone. Then in the Big Ten championship, they play someone from the East, and they didn't get spanked that game, but they lose.
Yeah,
you go back to 2014. Ohio State spanked them in the Big Ten championship. You go back to last year. Penn State beat them in the Big Ten championship, and then this year, it's the same story every year for Wisconsin. They have a great team, great players. But they're not a top 5 team in the country, and they're honestly not even a top 10 team in the country, in my opinion, because they don't play anyone.
You could say that about a lot of the teams that are top 10.
You easily could, but I just think there's a lot better. There's like, okay, we're looking at the rankings right now. Wisconsin's still 6.
Yeah.
Okay? Are you telling me USC's not better than them?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Penn State's not better than them? I think if Penn State played Wisconsin, Penn State would have beat them.
Michigan would have a chance. That'd be a good game.
Well, Wisconsin actually beat Michigan.
Yeah, but I think but it wasn't a blowout.
Yeah, it was a close game.
Exactly. So I think either team could win.